Sit rolling around, sitting on doves, can't lie, I was high on shrubs.
Some topical back with another video. I'm Strange Wang, he is Nate. We've done the villains of the 1980s. In the corner, you can watch that video. And now we're doing the 1990s. He'll let you know the fine details, the, I guess P's and Q's don't really count. Cross your I's, dot your T's type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess. Get all your jots and tittles.
Yeah, let them know.
So, two villains will pop up. We'll both say which one we think is better than the other one. If we disagree, we'll play rock, paper, scissors to decide who moves on. If there's a movie that one of us has not seen for either character, then the person who has seen both movies gets to decide. First up, we have Harry and Marv versus Nick Cage from Face Off. I don't know his name.
Oh, yeah. So, this is off topic as fuck. I'm going to get through it really quickly. I'm really sad because I don't think there's any more 80s style action movies or like good 90s like vibe romantic comedies that I haven't seen. Mm-hmm. And those are my two favorite genres. And they just kind of end. There's no more.
Yeah. And
it's sad because it's like there's no more gems to watch. That Face Off is one that I'm like been not wanting to watch, so that gem is still there.
Oh yeah.
So based off that, I haven't watched it. I have to go Harry and Marv, but it's Joe Pesci on the list. I'm probably gonna pick Joe Pesci anyways, so I'm biased.
I have seen both these movies. I like Face Off. It is an absolutely ludicrous movie. That. Honestly, it's popular enough to where I don't know that it counts. I think that you could consider Face Off borderline guilty pleasure type movie. But you're not going to beat Harry and Marv. The sticky and or wet bandits are incredible.
You got to be wet before you get sticky, you know what I'm saying?
In most situations. Also, side note, I am like adamantly against remaking pretty much anything. I think Face Off might actually work as a good remake in the year like 2023 or 2024. So someone should look into remaking Face Off because I think that could actually work.
I think they are.
Oh yeah?
I think I saw that somewhere. Some YouTube thumbnail that I didn't watch.
Kevin Spacey's the bad guy from Seven, and he's Newman.
Wayne Knight.
Yeah.
That's your favorite movie of all time. You don't know every character's name in the movie?
I have been sick for a week, and my memory has suffered. My tremendous. My ability to pull information from my brain has not been working. So
what you're saying is your brain said,
Yeah, I didn't say the magic word.
John Doe.
So,
no, that made it worse. John Doe. That's a sick, sadistic bastard.
Yeah.
Newman, like, tried to steal something and fell and got his at the end.
That's true.
Where John Doe wins.
Mm-hmm.
So, John Doe.
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree. And not to get... This isn't necessarily the video to get extremely philosophical, but I have a hard time really considering him the bad guy in Jurassic Park. Like, humans are the bad guys in Jurassic Park, period. So I would agree. I'd go with John Doe.
He's the Shogun of the bad guys.
We got the Penguin, who's your boy, versus Mr. I don't know which one he is, but
he's a color.
He cuts the ear off the guy. So
stuck in the middle with you.
Right.
Why is he my boy? You said the Penguin, no, your boy. Why is he my boy?
Huh? Who plays him?
Danny DeVito.
And you said that you were gonna... Oh, you're talking about Pesci.
Yeah, Joe Pesci.
See, again, my brain is not working. But
bro, two short
Italians?
Tan guys?
Okay, I'm sure I'm not the first person in history to get Joe Pesci and Danny DeVito crossed up.
Alright, Bill Prado versus
Chef Dave.
I'm sure Chef Dave would take that as a compliment. See, one, he's a real sadistic, sick bastard.
Yeah.
He's enjoyed cutting the ear off. He's not doing it for the jewels. He's doing it for fun, basically.
Yeah.
Penguin, he has more of a sympathetic backstory where you kind of understand why he's such a shitty person, but he's taken it way too far
Mm-hmm.
and to a unredeemable quality.
My thing is, he is the bad guy of the movie.
Yeah, but
He is part of a group of bad guys, and just the one that we happen to see do the most messed up thing.
you got Matt Shrek in the movie, Catwoman, she's teetering.
She's not really teetering. Like, she steals things. Like, she's not out to assist these motherfuckers and taking over Gotham.
Yeah, but she's fucking with Matt Shrek. She's blowing shit up. Hell here. I'm stuck, honestly.
Yeah, my personal vote is for the Penguin, but I don't think that in terms of being a true villain, there's like a great case for either of them.
You know, the Penguin eating that dude's nose off of his face terrified me as a little kid.
That's true.
So we're gonna give it a Penguin and Batman Returns. Apparently, my boy. Ooh, that Disney matchup.
Gaston versus Scar. This one's really easy for me.
The Scar.
Yeah. But my argument is Gaston like a shitty Chad? Absolutely. But if you put yourselves in Gaston's shoes, like, he is more of a villain for being creepy to Belle than he is in the villain sense of the word. If you were like the strongest, most looked up to protector, hunter, leader of this small village, and then you heard that there was this like half man, half beast, monstrous thing that had kidnapped someone from your town, you, like, Gaston is very justified. They don't know. Like, as far as him attacking the beast, what else is he supposed to think? He sucks. He's a creep. He needs to chill out on Belle. He's like level 10 creep, but he's not really the villain in that sense. Scar sucks. Scar killed his brother and then almost killed his nephew, but was like, nah, he's a kid. I'll spare him. I'll make him feel an immense amount of shame and get him to like feel responsible for his dad's death, which is pretty freaking evil. So he'll leave and then I can be king and then run the kingdom into the ground.
I got a feeling Scar's gonna go far in this after your little tirade. Honestly, though, any other so take out John Doe and the Wet Bandits.
Yeah.
So we had the Penguin, Mr. Color, Newman, and Face Off, Nick Cage.
Yeah.
I would have picked Gaston off over all of those personally.
As a villain?
As a villain, just how much I dislike that motherfucker.
Yeah,
So
but
he had a really tough matchup.
just because you dislike someone doesn't make them a villain.
Yeah, it helps though.
It does help, but I think people get too confused about that because that's the kind of stuff that makes people not realize that Tony Montana is a villain because you like him.
Ah, phooey.
Swayze from Point
Brody.
Break and the roach inside homie's body from Men in Black.
Again, Brody, he's doing it for the thrills. Like, he's not... He's hurting people, but also... It's a really weird line.
Yeah.
The alien's trying to take over the fucking world.
That's true. He really is.
So, based on... Again, I like Brody as a character.
Mm-hmm.
He's a bank robber. He wears cool president mask.
He does.
That one guy goes... Oh, it's fucking phenomenal. Doing the Eric Foreman, but he doesn't take off his clothes.
Mm-hmm.
But the alien, he...
More sugar.
Yeah. He's got a bad diet.
Yeah. Fun fact, I was reading things about Men in Black on the internet the other day, and the skin that he's wearing decomposes more and more as the film goes out. What?
I forgot the actor's name, so I wasn't going to bring it up. But it's crazy that William Dafoe played him.
Played...
The alien.
Oh, yeah.
The guy that was on the screen just now was William Dafoe. It's wild to me.
My brain's Candyman.
Hey, watch how many times you said that, Playboy.
Versus whatever her name is who smashes homie's ankles.
God damn, dude, what's her name? She's got like a real villain's name. Like, if that was my teacher's name.
Yeah, I don't know.
What
I can't remember the character's name is, but
Candyman, again, he has a sympathetic backstory. Deals with racism.
mm-hmm.
So you feel bad for him. But also, he's killing motherfuckers, stealing babies and shit.
Yeah.
Hide your kids, hide your wives.
Right.
Hide the babies. Annie Wilkes, that's her name. She's a fucking psycho, dude.
Yes, 100%.
So I'm going Andy Wilkes on this for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Candyman is one of like the few of those like classic-ish horror villains that does actually get like what I would consider a sympathetic backstory.
Top 3 slashers for me.
But well, maybe this will come up later, so I'll save that. I agree with you about Ankle Smasher. Hannibal, you're gonna have to help me out again. Whatever John Malkovich is doing over here.
I can't help you.
You don't know? Okay.
Hannibal it is.
Yeah.
Dr. Lecter got an easy one.
He would probably be the choice anyways.
Yeah.
The principal from Matilda versus Gene in whatever movie this is.
Unforgiven.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I've seen bits and pieces of Matilda.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I don't know, dude. Maybe that movie was just like, I had to watch it all at once. That movie's too 90s for me, I guess.
It is a
to go back and watch it.
It's a very 90s movie for sure. She is an absolutely awful human being. She literally locks kids inside this like coffin that has spikes like sticking into it. So if they even move a little bit while they're in it, they'll get poked. It's called the chokey.
She owns some sex dungeon shit.
And I have seen Unforgiven, but I don't remember a ton about his character or what makes him so evil.
He's just a crooked cop.
Oh. Well, then,
Sheriff.
Then my vote is for the principal. But Sheriff. Harold and Marv versus John Doe.
Talking about villainy. I gotta give it John Doe.
Yeah, I mean, they're bandits.
Iconic.
But they suck at their job. Like, let's be real. They're not very good at their job.
What a hole.
Yeah. Snakes. I don't know no snakes. I don't know any snakes. But yeah, this guy, like, he killed people in absolutely brutal ways. So, definitely him. Do you ever wonder what Harry and Marv would have done if they actually caught Kevin?
Yeah, they're gonna bite his little fingers off and shit.
But what would they have really done? Like, I don't think they have it in them to kill anyone, let alone a kid.
I don't know. Marv definitely. Pesci would have. He would have put a pillow to the kid's face or something.
The Penguin versus Scar.
I think a lion would kill a penguin any day of the week, man.
I'm sure it would.
Even if the penguin had little rockets on his back.
Yeah. Hey, global warming keeps happening, and we might see that. The alien versus the main alien, the roach guy from Men in Black.
Sugar Boy.
Versus Miss Wilkes.
Annie Wilkes, too.
Yeah, like
she's methodical with it. She thought this shit out.
Yeah, so like his plot is more of a danger to all of humanity, but like she feels more evil.
I will say, because of the oversaturation of the superhero genre, this take over the world shit so fucking boring, you know?
That's fair.
That it doesn't have any impact.
Yeah. Nefarious intent.
Now, when I was...
Sinister.
When I was a little kid, watching it that first time, oh my god, the end of the world.
Yeah.
I watched this shit last year, and I was just like, cool.
Hannibal versus Principal Lady. She didn't kill anybody. He eats people. And he's got like the intelligence on his side as well, which makes him even more dangerous. So,
And he got that mask. That shit swag.
my vote is for Hannibal. I'm assuming you're
Yeah, for sure.
John Doe versus Scar.
Damn. If the right side of the bracket is this good, this is going to be one of our best brackets.
It
ever.
could. We'll see.
I didn't make this,
Yeah.
which is like usually is like a part of it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So this is crazy.
Yeah. To me, this is the most even matchup so far. This is the first one where I've really had to be like, I mean, I don't know. I think that just for the human element, I'm leaning John Doe because that makes him more villainous to like a broader audience. Scar is an incredible villain. I'm not trying to take anything away from him, but
I'm going Scar for screen time. We get to see him. Like, you don't see John Doe doing this shit, which obviously you don't need to
so Jaws is a bad monster.
for it to be impactful. But you just see these horrific scenes and then 15 minutes of him with blood on his hands. Where Scar, you get to see him be a dick and do evil shit and manipulate people throughout the entire runtime. So for me, the psychological, you get to see all that because both of these dudes are doing psychological shit.
Right.
I'm going with Scar. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Hannibal versus Ankle Smasher.
Again, homie's already locked up. His amount of villainy
Yeah.
is meager compared to a whole film of Kathy Bates doing fuck shit to this one specific person.
That's true. Yeah.
So for that reason, I'm going to stick with my Scar logic. I'm going Andy Wicks with the upset. Because this isn't the franchise of Hannibal.
Right.
This is Silence
Yeah.
of the Lambs Hannibal.
That's fair. I agree with your logic more on this one because with John Doe, even though we weren't seeing him, we were still consistently seeing things that he was actively doing, where Hannibal is pretty much in behind bars.
You have a scene of him like
Yeah.
biting people's faces off where Buffalo Bill would have been a better matchup because you see Buffalo Bill doing fuck shit throughout the whole entire film.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
With the upset.
And then the final is John Doe versus her. And I'm still sticking with my boy. He's a villain in real life too. Kathy Bates is beloved.
Right.
Wait.
White people rhythm. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You know, love for the wicked. Cyrus the Virus.
Yeah.
Con Air.
Versus
Max Cady.
Max Cady.
The worst incarnation of Max Cady.
Yeah,
So,
out of the two.
Cyrus the Virus it is, bro.
Yeah, I will never understand the love for the Cape Fear remake. The original is so much better in my opinion.
John Malkovich
But-
took the bunny out the box. That's what I'm saying.
T6000. I couldn't help it.
I almost called you a very bad name.
Versus Gary Oldman. Do you know what movie that is?
Leon. Now, if it's the director's cut, that's Leon the Professional.
Right.
I'm going with T-1000, dog.
Yeah, I think
Since I've only seen that movie.
the only thing that would have made me change my mind is if this was Air Force One instead. And then I would have been like,
I don't know. It might be.
it's still the T-1000 either way. But
What about, True Romance? That's a good Gary Oldman.
that movie sucks.
You like that movie for
No,
real?
I'm just kidding.
It's fine.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't love it.
it's fine.
Drexel was the best part of that movie to me.
All right, Ghostface versus Dr. Evil.
So Ghostface isn't even my favorite Ghostface. I prefer Ghostface Killer from the Wu-Tang Clan.
I had a feeling you were going to bring that up.
I was surprised you know who Ghostface Killer is.
Only because of you.
Dr. Evil. Evil's in his name. So
That's true.
he was evil for 3 movies. Where Ghostface, if you want to be technical, there's different people in the role.
Right.
So he can be evil all by himself. He doesn't have to have a mini-me. He wants a mini-me.
Yeah. Dr. Evil is like legitimately consistently trying to be evil. Like, he's not just trying to get revenge. Like, he literally just wants to be evil.
And he wants $1 million.
Dr. Evil, 1 billion is more than 1 million. I love Dr. Evil. I think he's a great character. Austin Powers is one of my favorite comedy franchises. And I am absolutely down for at least pushing him through another round.
Wow, we fucked up. That's Leon's Professional, I think.
Yeah, I think that was Air Force One. And I was pretty sure. I felt...
Yeah.
But I still think T-1000 is the correct choice. He's a terrorist. He's
he's just a terrorist.
He's no Hans Gruber. Like, I love that movie, but Harrison Ford is what makes it. Like, I mean...
so Osama bin Laden versus the T-1000, who you picking?
Probably T-1000.
For well, I guess Osama bin Laden wasn't really a villain in the 90's. So it doesn't count.
Well...
He wasn't known until, like, 2000.
He wasn't known until he was
2001.
almost directly That doesn't mean he wasn't out there doing terrorist shit. I don't know his name. I don't care what his
Tommy?
name is. Yeah, there you go.
Tommy Vito?
Versus Oldman and what we're assuming is now Leon the Professional. I've never seen Leon the Professional.
I haven't seen either.
So,
Tommy's a real life villain, dog. Based on a true story.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any choice but to pick him.
He wins by default.
Because it's the movie that I've seen. But...
It's rare.
He's no more villainous than any of the other gangsters in the movie, so...
No, dude, he's definitely... With his temper? He shoots Spider in the foot over a fucking drink.
Yeah. But, like...
Bob wouldn't have done that.
He gets whacked.
He does.
Kaiser Soze versus Look at My Coochie.
I don't think I've ever heard you say coochie before.
And you'll probably never hear me say it again. The real question is, how cruel are her intentions?
The coochie man. Cruel Intentions. That's not even that movie.
I know.
It's based it into.
I just like fucking with you.
I don't know. I guess she's like a serial killer. And he's just a gangster.
A criminal mastermind. Yeah.
I don't know. Anyone that shows me their coochie, I'm going to give them a benefit of the doubt. So
Yeah, I don't think I've cared less about a matchup we've had so far, so why not?
I was going to give it a Kaiser Soze.
Oh.
I guess benefit of the doubt would be.
The Warden from that movie that everyone
Shawshank.
thinks is great, but I think is just fine.
Shawshank Redemption.
Versus Darth Maul. I mean...
I'm going Warden, obviously.
Well, tell me why.
Because...
What does the Warden do that is really, like, that bad?
Steals money from the prisoners. Uses the prisoners for his own gain. And he's just an asshole in general. Where Darth Maul, he doesn't even talk. He's a peon.
It's not true.
He's a soldier.
He has 3 lines.
3 lines.
Well, you said he doesn't talk. You were wrong.
Well, he probably sucks toes. Look at those horns. He's horny.
The real villain in
Sucks
Shawshank
toes.
Redemption is shared by the prison industrial complex and the guy that actually rapes Andy.
The prison induction comment. What? You talking about Mr. Krabs?
I don't know if I have time to explain
Chancey
this
Brown?
to you.
The guard?
Prisons are privatized. The guard is more of a villain than the warden. We could just... I'm not going to spend all day on this.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Fuck Star Wars. Fuck Star Wars. No! No!
Oh, Shooter. You know what his name is? I can't remember what his name is.
Damn. I hate this. Shooter McGavin, though. Fuck.
Yeah. He's trying to take Grandma's house.
Like, the other dude, he's an asshole and is just trying to take his company shit, but fuck.
Agent Smith versus another guy whose name I don't know.
Dennis Hopper?
Well, I know who Dennis Hopper is. I don't know what the character's name is.
I don't know. I really like him in Speed. He's got a lot of good lines in Speed.
Yeah.
He's just trying to blow up a bus on some fuck shit.
I feel like it's him. So, like, Agent Smith is just like...
A peon.
An avatar. Well, it's... The bad guy in the Matrix is an entire AI computer system. So he is just an avatar that the system is using, that ultimately, because of Neo, ends up developing kind of his own separate AI and does some fuck shit. But I still think it's
Yeah.
homie from Speed.
What that motherfucker say? It's game time or some shit like that.
Yeah, something. John Malkovich versus the T-1000.
T-1000.
Agreed. Dr. Evil versus
Tommy Vito.
Tommy Boy.
Let's get... That's a definitely drastically different movie. Let me get Doc.
Yeah, I agree.
Doc E.
Genitals Lady versus the Warden.
Genitals. Let me get Warden.
Yeah, I'm down with it.
Not as good on this side, but still very solid.
Yeah.
Both sides.
Shooter versus Blow Up Bus Man.
I'm going with Shooter just because of the diversity of his evil.
Right.
Like, he's taking people's homes.
It's true. Little old ladies' homes.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, he's trying to blow up a bus, but, like...
Seen it already.
And also, it's just, like... How good of a villain are you if you... Like, just blow the bus up?
Yeah, play this game.
Like, why'd you
In
put
game
this...
time.
Why'd you put this stipulation in there? Like, did you think it was going to be impossible for them to keep the bus over a certain speed long enough to figure out a solution? Like, and Shooter's just like, I'm better than you, and therefore I'm going to do what I want.
Well, like, he's got a personal vendetta because he's like, you're disrespecting the sport I love and work so hard to
Yeah.
like, get to this level. And you just think you'll waltz in here and get this fucking gold jacket over my dead body.
Yeah.
Shooter.
But then does some, like, asshole shit to get there.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't just... Yeah. T-1000 versus Dr. Evil.
I'm going T-1000.
So T-1000 is this seemingly unstoppable force.
That meets the immovable object.
It's technically stronger than the T-800.
Faster.
Yeah, like, in every way, it is essentially a better...
He is the
robot.
Kanye West song.
It's true. Dr. Evil is silly. But, I mean, homie put into work. He has built a very large organization, even if he does end up having a bunch of idiots working for him. Like, he has clearly been successful enough to be able to bankroll all of this.
We're talking about silly
It's
villains.
tough.
He's not even my favorite silly villain.
Who's your favorite silly villain?
I forgot his goddamn name.
What movie is it from?
Wallace Shawn from Princess Bride.
Oh.
That's a silly villain.
The Sicilian? Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
remember his name either.
Vizzini? Yeah.
I'll give it a T-1000. I want to push Dr. Evil through just, like, for the sake of being dumb, but... the Warden versus Shooter. That's Shooter all day. Get that.
Are you surprised Shooters made it to
Get
the
that
finals?
No, he's a villain. Shooter McGavin is a
So you're
villain.
telling me if you made a top 5 favorite villains of all time, Shooter's top 5?
He'd-
Top 10 for me, but not top 5.
Well, if I was doing 90s villains, probably. If you're giving me every villain in movie history.
So top 10 villains. Is he cracking the top 10?
I'm pretty sure if you're giving me all of movie history, he's probably not giving me my top 10. Wow. But the Warden wouldn't even be in consideration.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Like, but Shooter McGavin, I would be like, yeah, he'll probably fit somewhere in this, like, I don't know, all of film history. That's like so many freaking villains.
I want to do
like,
top 10 villains now. We gotta find a week where villains work.
Yeah. I'm taking Shooter, and I'll tell you why. Because I almost brought this up earlier, and we had this I said kind of the same thing when we did the 80s stuff, because we were talking about Freddy. In terms of just, like, the purity of the situation, like, the T-1000 is undoubtedly the bad guy of the movie. He is also just a computer. He does not have any choice whatsoever in doing what he is doing. Shooter McGavin doesn't have to be an asshole, but he chooses to be a villain. And to me, that is more villainous than, like, a Freddy, who is just
Jason.
an amalgamation of evil. Like, he doesn't... Does he have like, he can't even choose to be good. Still a villain, especially in terms of, like, you know, writing and things like that. But in terms of who is the worst villain, to me, it will always be the person that chooses to be nefarious and sinister. And so, I'm taking Shooter.
See, the T-1000 is a much, much, much cooler, more badass Agent Smith. And
That's not bad. That's a good comparison.
Agent Smith's already been eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
And the T-1000 is going to join them.
Wow. I'm surprised.
Because, again, he's working for somebody, technically.
Yeah.
He's a peon.
Mm-hmm.
He's a jabroni.
Yeah.
He's just Sirenette's little toy.
Right.
Shooter McGavin, he's triple OG with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So in our final for our 90s movies villains, we have John Doe versus Shooter McGavin.
Can I be honest with you?
Please.
I did not think it was going to end up like this.
I don't think that I would have predicted it either.
I honestly thought just from my knowledge of 90s villains and how much I love the character, I thought it was going to be the T-1000 and Hannibal Lecter.
See, I would have thought it would have been the T-1000 and Scar. But I surprised even myself because I voted against Scar.
Yeah.
When I really started thinking about it.
See, Shooter...
Go ahead.
Shooter he has the Buford T. Justice aspect to him. Where he's so fucking... He's such a nematode. He's stupid. He's a buffoon.
Yeah.
But he's the bad guy in the movie, which makes him likable.
Right.
Because in this weird sense, he's like, you feel bad for him in a comedic way. Like, dude, this dude, he don't know his ass from his elbow. And I love that. I don't like John Doe. I feel for Brad Pitt. I'm like, Brad Pitt, you blow that motherfucker's head off right now.
Sure.
Don't care what not Forrest Whitaker, that's, jeez, canceled. Morgan Freeman has to say, like, you fucking, like, take it slow. Like, shoot him in the shoulder and the other shoulder. Like, take your time killing that son of a bitch.
Yeah. So Brad Pitt does kill him in a fit of rage. I wouldn't care if I was calm or not. I wouldn't care if I was completing his circle or not.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
I don't. My thing is, I don't care if he feels like he won. I have my own personal feelings about what I think is right or wrong in this situation of justice, and that's what I care about. I don't even care if this crazy motherfucker thinks he won or not. So screw the principle. If you put my wife's head in a box, I'm Liam Neeson in you. Like, that's it. I don't care. And so, I agree. I don't really know what that has to do with John Doe being a bad guy, but...
Well, that's the thing. He crosses the line that not a lot of these movie villains do.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And the 80s. I don't remember who won the 80s, and don't say it because it'll ruin the video, but I'm sure that person did not cross the line. I'm sure there wasn't a character in that 80s bracket that crossed the line.
Yeah.
You look on here, Hannibal Lecter, Annie Wilkes, T-1000. These people don't cross the line to the point where you hate them. You dislike them to a point where you are so invested that you're one with the character.
Yeah.
So, because of that, and in his way, he wins.
Mm-hmm.
And Brad Pitt is now in jail for the rest of his life, probably. So, it's without a doubt John Doe.
It was the 90s. They brushed that shit under the rug.
Without a doubt, John Doe. All right, he's put in jail now.
Yeah, so they both satisfy my personal requirement of choosing to be evil when they don't have to be. Even though in John Doe's situation, like, I feel like Shooter knows that he's doing bad stuff. He just doesn't care. John Doe thinks that he's doing it for this greater purpose. But at the end of the day, when you compare the deeds of John Doe to the deeds of Shooter McGavin, it's John Doe all day. Like,
I feel like Shooter is so entitled. I don't think he feels like he's doing bad things. I feel like he's justifying the ends with the needs or whatever. However that saying goes.
yeah, but I still think he knows they're wrong.
Maybe.
Or he just doesn't care.
Shooter.
Versus John Doe, who is just like, I am an agent of the Lord, fulfilling this whatever I have an idea in my head about the 7 sins. So,
what a wild bracket.
Yeah, that was
crazy.
an interesting one.
But let us know where we screwed up and put down in the comments below. Scroll back up, hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.